Saudi Ka! What's good, everyone? It's your boy, Matt Diazzo, coming at you with some new music reviews. Oh, yeah. Today, I am checking out the band Chainfight with their EP, Chainfight. Chainfight is a hardcore band that started back in 2023 in Bangkok, Thailand. And I gotta say, if you're a fan of Marauder and Biohazard, their raw energy is just really reminiscent of the 90s hardcore scene while infusing some really gritty and aggression styles with their own little Thai flavor to it. And I discovered these guys because they were the opening act to the Whispers record release show of Yom Malok. Sorry guys, my Thai is really bad. But yeah, they were the opening band and I checked them out beforehand, saw them live. They put on a really good show. They really get everything going by having some really deep bass playing, intense vocals, hard riffs that just, make you want to mosh really hard. And they kind of live up to the name of being called Chainfight. Their sound is a mix of powerful and heavy groovy riffs, thunderous bass lines, dynamic drumming, and commanding vocals that just shatter your ears, which is how intense they are, while having really good and polished production that enhances the listening experience. The EP starts off with the song Double Zero, and it kind of slowly builds upon itself, just building up the anticipation with the slow rhythm section of the drums, the very tight and chugging riffs, and the very deep bass lines. It's a good opening track. Then you have the song Barry, which really ramps up the intensity with the beatdown style riffs, snappy drums, and natural vocals that just mix nicely and complement the overall thick and groovy heaviness of the song. The song Barry does a really good job of showcasing the most important part of this band, and I think that is the drumming here, because he's got really precise timing, really snappy playing, and really dynamic fills that just help anchor each song to sound really alive and keep the energy flowing. So I'm gonna play a clip of Barry for you so you get a sense of that snappiness the drums have. I have touched the rose, let quiet start. It's overwhelmed with the sweetness. I have learned to love. I felt the pain, let there's something in my soul. I have touched the rose, let quiet start. He's just keeping things nice and flowing well with how his energy is just intense. Then you have the guitar work here that just kind of leans more into like simplicity by just having some crushing and simple riffs that have a groovy punch to them. And I think a good example of that is on the song Backstabber. Simple riffs here that just drive the point home. So here's a clip of that for you. I can't accept that you and me, we're in the same world. The air I breathe is degraded with you here. How many people have you hurt and left? Simple riffing, babe. The bass playing here is doing a really good job of adding a very heavy foundation to the band while giving it a very vibrant feel with the thick playing they're doing here. They're doing a great job of like channeling that New York hardcore style bass playing. Vocally, Chainfight does a really good job of balancing out clarity and aggression in their songs. And I think a good example of that is on the song 10 Inches Away, because it does a really good job of infusing that Marauder, Biohazard influence in terms of like rap flow style, but having a good clarity to their vocals while playing with the grooviness of the rest of the band. So here's a clip of 10 Inches Away for you so you can hear that clear voice he has.
Recalling the day when I was just a kid, when all I saw was beauty. Recalling the day when I was just a kid, when all I saw was beauty on the wall. Remembering the day when I was disillusioned.
See how they're able to balance out those two styles? Very nice. And while the main vocalist is able to inject a lot of like flavor with his unclean and clean vocals, I was really surprised by the backing vocals of whoever was at like the band or like their friends singing. It was able to add a lot of dynamic edginess to their songs and just really elevate their songs to sounding really good. Although the production on this EP is fairly good, there was never really too many issues. It was pretty well balanced. The intro song Double Zero had a slight problem in terms of like the vocals sounding a little bit too like high in the mix. They sounded too loud compared to everything else. But on the rest of the EP, the vocals are really well balanced. It was just that one song where things seemed a little imbalanced in the production side of things. I like that each track on this EP does a good job of exploring the band's range of hardcore styles while staying quite consistent. Like on the song Backstabber, the emotional core of the band is on full display here, talking about betrayal while being, infused with some really groovy riffs and some really tight and dynamic drum fills throughout this song. It's a really well-made song. Then you have the song Unconscious Melodies that takes more of a chaotic approach to their playing of music, starting off very abrasive and raw before getting into more of a lighter and sludgier style with the riffs and the gang vocals to help elevate the song to a very visceral feel. And then on the closing track, Your Content, My Hate, the band really goes all in with the relentless, hard-hitting, chugging riffs, the commanding vocals, and just a very massive breakdown to end the EP on a high note. So I think Chainfight does a really good job of delivering some masterfully blended old school hardcore music while, putting some modern twists on it. Their tight playing, crushing grooviness, and their emotional depth in their lyrics really helps them stand out in the modern hardcore scene. While their sound might be a little too straightforward with people, but I think, sometimes simple is best, and they were able to nail the assignment here by just keeping things simple, raw, heavy, and to the point. This is hardcore music at its finest. It's raw, it's groovy, and it's unapologetically heavy. So Chainfight's debut EP, I got to give it up to them. They did a really good job here, and I want to say it's a good and solid 8.5 out of 10. These guys are some Thai heavyweights that you cannot miss, so check them down below. Like, subscribe, and comment, and like always, guys, I will see you in the pit.